Welcome to Fort Worth, Texas. Amon G. Carter Stadium has become a showplace, and the home of the TCU Horned Frogs is fired up and ready for this one. We've got a great matchup here on deck. Still early in the season, but both teams come in undefeated, ready to test each other and try to stay perfect on the year. So we'll see a team that made use of a bye week. The Crew looking to make a strong statement, taking on the fourth-ranked team, the TCU Horned Frogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. The TCU Horned Frogs offense will get the first swing today. And, Kirk, here comes the star tight end. There's so much emphasis in college football on using this position creatively. And, man, this guy's as good as any of them.
Yeah, you nailed it, Chris. We've seen tight ends have a big impact in college football in the past, but what this guy is doing right now is unbelievable. Speed of a wide receiver, size and power of an offensive lineman. We're looking at a freak out there today.
Tackle made after a solid gain. They'll spot the ball at the 31.
Whew, that was pretty. The receiver broke down his defender on that curl against man-to-man coverage. That's how you win one-on-ones.
Offense will set up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards. Sets up a nice 2nd and 2.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on 1st down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, this is what I'd love to see from a defense. As the linebackers are scraping, doing their job, but you need help from the secondary. And when you have aggressive tacklers on the back end, you got a great defense. This time, the secondary makes the difference.
To throw, it's Wade. Delivers from the pocket, complete over the middle. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the 1st down.
Well, it's 3rd down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another 1st down for this offense.
And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has a handoff. Nowhere to run up the middle.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your 1st-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the 2nd and 3rd-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
2nd down after that previous play. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. But a quick stop by the defense. Gain just 2, so it's 3rd and 8.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Good job by the defense to fight through the blocks on that screen. He's short of the 1st down marker. The Horned Frogs will line up to punt it away. It's on to kick it away, helping his team with field position. And the return ends with the man stepping out of bounds. And how about the game within a game today? The running back coming downhill, the linebacker coming up to meet him. We expect some collisions on this field today.
Yeah, this linebacker's going to have his hands full because this running back is a difficult guy to contain. Both guys know where each other's going to be lined up at all times. It's just going to come down to which guy can come up and make a play against the other.
There's the handoff. The game moves the ball to the 20-yard line.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here, and he's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
They're going to run it. Powers through the tackle. Take it down, but not before he makes the 1st down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what. They have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. And there's the handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
Scanning the field, it's Joseph. Makes a quick catch. He'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Well, that's exactly how you dice up a zone coverage. Nice throw downfield here on 3rd down, and a really good route to give the quarterback a chance to make that play.
Off the play fake, looking to throw. Lets it go quickly. He pulls it in for a big gain. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. 6th play of the drive coming up. Hands it off on the counter. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
8th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. But it's incomplete, and that will now bring up 4th down. And the punt team now on to kick it away. Looking to flip the field here. Ball rolls dead, and the coverage team downs it right there. The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. They'll run it to the right side. Defense makes the tackle as the final seconds of this first quarter run out. Getting set for the second quarter here. Both offenses searching for a spark. They didn't do much in the first quarter at all. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Tight end goes in motion. They'll ride the back again here. They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
So let's see what they like here on 3rd and short from inside their own 20. Important to pick up this first down. Can he get there on the ground? Finds room at the 30. Brought down at the 33. That's good enough to move the sticks.
3rd down, I think the defense is really expecting the ball to go through the air. Instead, the offense keeps it on the ground, gives it to one of the more skilled players, and he gets the yards he needs. Move the sticks.
Off the play fake on first down. And he's going to float this one to the right side. The catch is made for a huge pickup.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
And the Horned Frogs keep the football on the move. Pressure is coming. Extending the play now. Slides down to avoid the tackle.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, in which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play. Bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
And the Horned Frogs begin a new series here, 1st and 10. Hand off to the single back. Fights through the tackler. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Looking to pass this time. And he scores. Touchdown, Horned Frogs.
That kind of play is almost impossible to defend. When the quarterback is throwing the ball with that kind of accuracy and timing, and the receiver runs a route like this, good luck trying to stop it. So maybe this is a great start for this combination, this quarterback and receiver, for a big day.
Point after, not quite through. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And here's the return from inside the 5. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. And the offense makes its way onto the field, hoping for a successful drive. Some positive signs in that last drive, but it stalled. They had to settle for a punt. To throw, it's Joseph. And it's incomplete. Even on a 1st down throw, he was under some heavy pressure.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Offense lines up for a 2nd down play off the incompletion. Offense will keep it on the ground here. Well, they test the middle there, but get nothing.
I mean, Chris, you have to admire this offense. They continue to try to sprinkle in the run game, even though it's not been able to really get established. But they're not just becoming one-dimensional. You got to respect that, and hopefully at some point it'll pay off.
It's a deep throw down the right sideline. Incomplete, but yeah, here comes a penalty marker now. That should be a drive-extending 1st down. Defender flag for being a little too aggressive. 15-yard penalty benefiting the offense. 1st and 10 now for the offense. The shotgun handoff here. They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits. They holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. Looking right. This one caught. A big play moves the ball across midfield to the opponent's 43.
I love how this quarterback is finding this slot receiver. Not only is he tough to handle, but it's what he's doing after the catch. He has such wiggle and quickness. He's tough to bring down, and you see more positive yards after the catch here.
Crosses the 30. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs. And now the 1st snap in the red zone in this drive. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. They try to run it with the option. The back's got it on the pitch. And they'll stop him short of the line of game. They convert here on 3rd down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play, touchdown or field goal. A pop pass on the jet sweep.
Perfect timing here by this quarterback. Great read, puts the ball where his man can make a play on it, and they're an extra point away from tying this game up.
Here comes the point after attempt. And it's good. So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with a touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. Fields it just outside the goal line. Returner tackled right there. That's where they'll start the drive. And the TCU offense is back out on the field. Their last possession was a beautiful, balanced touchdown drive. Can the defense come up with answers this time? To throw, it's Wade. The ball is picked off. And he's got some open field ahead. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Chris, I think I could hear him calling out blocks after that pick. Or was it the defensive coordinator next door up here in the booth? Either way, they were looking to score after coming up with that interception. The offense, if they did anything right, it was keeping them out of the end zone.
Here's the option play. He'll toss it to the back. And he's tackled down at the 4-yard line. Defense getting pushed back.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice, solid gain.
Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. And the tailback's got it again. We had a short field. The offense did exactly what they're supposed to do. That would have been a big ask for the defense there, Kurt.
Absolutely. But when you're given that kind of field position, anything less than a touchdown would be a disappointment. They did exactly what they needed to do by capitalizing on that short field.
Return starts from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Here comes the first play of the drive. Can they do something in the final 30 seconds of the half? Little eye candy here from the offense. Some pre-snap motion. Handoff running right. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a first-rate game so far today in Fort Worth. And it's been said football is a game of inches. And guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen in panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. Either way, it's time to find out. Back to the best in the biz for the start of this third quarter.
The returner is brought down. Gets it started on the next drive. And the offense trots back onto the field here. Offense out for the first play of the drive, beginning at the 22. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. Potentially a touchdown-saving tackle, but not before a long completion.
Great job here by this offense to open up the second half with an aggressive approach, sending a clear message to this defense that they are ready to be aggressive to win this game.
First down. We're going to throw the football. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Second down after the incompletion. Dropping back. It's Joseph. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They stop the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down, but instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
On the 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete. And here comes the field goal unit onto the field. And he knocks it right through the uprights. And they add to their lead.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. I'm surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
He's going to return it from near the goal line. Gets it to the 25-yard line, and that's where they'll start the drive. And the Horned Frogs offense takes the field now. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. It's good for a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
3rd down. The offense desperately needs a conversion here, trailing in the 3rd quarter. Back to throw. It's Wade. Looking to scramble. They're going to pull it down and run. Breaks loose at the 40. They tackle him, but not before he makes the 45. A solid gain. The Horned Frogs come to the line to set a fresh set of downs. Tight end goes in motion before the snap. Handoff from the shotgun. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Now it's 2nd down here. Send the back in motion. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. It's the running back in the flat. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Hey, they get some positive yards here, but just from sitting up here looking down, Chris, you kind of have a sense that they wanted a little bit more on that play.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. And the pass is complete to the tight end. The reception nets about 7 yards, but 4th down coming up here. And the Horned Frogs will have to kick it away. Looking to kick it away for the 2nd time. And the returner heads out of bounds. Offense comes out to start this drive. Settled for a field goal last time out. Can they open things up on this possession? Keeping it on the ground here. They bring him down, but he reaches the 30-yard line. Here comes the up-tempo offense. On 1st down, it's play action. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. On the run, he'll let it go. Beautiful catch right near the sideline. Gets the foot down.
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the 1st down.
They'll test the right side here. Second down after that run on the previous play. Here's the handoff on a counter. Offense facing 3rd and short, approaching midfield. Can they convert here, or will they face a tough 4th down decision? To the air, it's Joseph. Quick throw complete to the tight end. He is a load to bring down. Finally, a strong tackle by the cornerback gets him. Punt team ready to boot it away. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. Time for one more play here in the quarter. Off the play fake, looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his man. And the tackle is made as time runs out in the 3rd quarter. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a 2nd down play. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Receiver makes the grab, and he'll pick up the 1st down, stop at the 27. And the Horned Frogs will hustle to the line here to run the hurry-up.
It's a nice completion there, Chris, and this possession at this point in the game is critical for them. They've got to focus on putting points on the board right now to make this a one-possession game.
fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Chris, here we are in the fourth quarter. These guys are trailing. Hadn't been a great day, but with this quarterback, he's as gifted as anybody in the country. You never count these guys out.
Quarterback escapes the pocket. Slides to avoid the big hit. Offense right to the line, cranking up the tempo. Second down, we're going to throw it. But they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between a quarterback and receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. He's got a lot of time back.
Oh, the ball is not free. Who's got it? Looks like the defense has it.
How about this defense flying in there trying to get their hat on the ball? They do, and they're able to pounce on it for a big turnover.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? And they'll keep it on the ground, trying to run some clock.
Man, just complimentary football, really, in a nutshell. They get this football back thanks to their own defense, creating that turnover, working with the lead like this. Really, it's all but over. Now the offense is just thinking about running the football and working that clock.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. Who makes the grab? So the offense flexing, Kirk, and stretching the lead here now in the second half.
Well, you can catch your breath here a little bit if you're this offense. That touchdown can help you out. But now your own defense can help you preserve the lead so you can go back out and continue to build upon that to the finish.
And they tack on the extra point. Now they get set to kick it away. Fields it inside. Football is coughed up by the returner deep inside their own 20. The offense recovers the fumble.
Oh, boy. The kick returner catches a break. His teammate was able to recognize the ball on the ground and immediately made a heads-up play to get on top of it.
First down, they're going to throw the ball. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain. Gain moves the ball to the 38, another first down.
How about the job by this defense against this receiver? One of the top receivers in the country. They knew he was going to be able to be a big factor in this game, and they have kept him quiet all game long until right now. In the fourth quarter, he comes up with his first catch.
The Horned Frogs will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. Back to throw. It's Wade. He finds his man. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning here. This offense needing to score and then get the football back. And the Horned Frogs getting set on 1st and 10. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Catch made on the right side. And he's shoved out of bounds with the defense short of the first down marker.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
That completion makes it 2nd and medium. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Quick throw to the left. And he's got it. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Well, this offense has a long way to be able to get back and potentially win this game, but they're doing the right things, managing the clock, picking up good yards, and getting out of bounds.
Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. Goes to his right side there for the completion. They bring him down quickly, a short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Looking to the end zone. Looking for a touchdown, but it's incomplete.
That ball just seemed to sail on him. You got to make sure.
Hold on here a second. The replay booth has signaled they want to take another look at this one. So after taking a closer look, the officials will overturn that previous ruling. And now here comes the point after attempt. The extra point is good. They cut the lead to 10, 24-14. I believe they're going to line up here and go for the onside kick. And looks like the hands team are able to recover the football. And the offense trots back out on the field again. This game is not over yet. And see how the offense plays it. They love to chew some clock here, but can't get too complacent. Play action here on first down. Buying time now. Rolling to his left. He's got it at the 15. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big game.
Offense now operating in the red zone. Ball handed off. Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. And they'll work the clock here by keeping it on the ground. Brought down just short of the end zone. It'll be first and goal from the 1. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line.
Well, that's why you practice right there, Chris. This offense had the pressure, the game on their back. They deliver, they get a touchdown, and now make this a 2-possession game with under 2 to go. Like their odds of closing this game out.
And the PAT is good. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. And the TCU offense takes the field. This has been a rough game for these guys. Not much left to do but play for pride. Here comes a first down pass attempt. He's running out of time here. And he's brought down. Offense going backwards with the sack. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. The offense spikes the ball here, looking to preserve as much clock as they can. So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. And the clock winding down. They'll take a deep shot. Oh, and another incompletion.
Well, that's not what you want to see as an offense when you're trailing late in a football game. An incompletion on 3rd down and long. Hey, it's a bit of a risk, but with that clock looking the way it looks right now, I think you got to go for it here and hope to convert on 4th and long.
And the returner brought down by that coverage team. Okay, so here comes the offense back on the field again. They've really built momentum in this game. They've been hard to stop. Can the defense make some adjustments, come up with a stop here? From the shotgun, here's an inside give. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What's an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend 1st down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that 1st down.
Offense breaks the huddle and gets set. It's 3rd down. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Now a timeout is taken with just 5 seconds remaining. Fourth down and 2 coming up as they try to keep the drive going. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up the throw. He's got it inside the 10.
You know, coaches love to see a football team that doesn't get caught up in the scoreboard. They're just out executing and doing what needs to be done. That's what we're seeing from this offense. Yeah, they continue to put points on the board and they're pulling away. I just love to see the execution and how they're going about their business.
Well, frankly, Kirk, we hope for games that are a little bit more suspenseful. This one got out of hand early, ended up being a rout.
That's
Hello, everyone, and welcome. You can sense it through the pageantry, the tradition, the electricity that permeates this place as we get set for a terrific game. And the Bruins will boot it away to start the game. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. All right, guys, here's our first look at this offense today. And here's the man they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it, and he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments, and he's won the big games. This guy delivers when the game is on the line.
Second and short now after that completion. I wonder how much fun this is for him. The head coach trying to take down the old alma mater across the way.
Yeah, I think these are always mixed emotions and how you feel about this, playing your old squad. Like, it's something about it, I'm sure, that's nostalgic, and all the memories probably come flooding back. But there's also a competitive element, Palmer, that you want to beat this squad. Like, this is the next team in your way for you accomplishing your goals and dreams.
Yeah, he's probably experiencing the emotional spectrum coming into this game, but make no mistake about it. He has to separate himself from his past allegiances and understand he's the home team. He wants this crowd to get in this football game. You know, he just gave a rousing speech to his guys in the locker room before taking the field. He wants to win this game versus his alma mater.
Going over the top. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Well, that's just an amazing individual effort, trying to get back as much yardage as possible to set up a third and manageable situation, right? Nice job in the open field, understanding the situation. You obviously cannot take a sack at this juncture on the drive, so do what you can do to put your offense in a good position here on third down.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. So UCLA's offense will go to work for the first time. This is just a great matchup to watch on the outside, and who can win downfield in the passing game.
Man, this reminds me of 1997, Charles Woodson versus David Boston. Two physical athletes that are going to be going toe-to-toe all game long.
Yeah, two alphas, two guys that play the positions where you have to have such confidence, cornerback, wide receiver. Let's see this throwdown.
Caught in the backfield. It's Ramsey. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. It's Ramsey.
And you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Tackled after picking up the first down.
Well, the offense knew what they up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
The Bruins are rolling down the field. They're getting this guy lathered up. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. And the Bruins want to move quickly. You think about the long list of great UCLA running backs. You know what people forget? Jackie Robinson was a UCLA running back.
And Jackie also started safety for UCLA. He started both ways. Just think about how good of an athlete you have to be to do that. But the tradition, the uniforms, the Rose Bowl, everything about UCLA just smells good.
The give to the single back. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
And this offense has really gotten to a nice rhythm here on their opening drive of the game. Running the ball, getting it down now into a goal-to-go situation. They really have established a bit of a physicality here early. Let's see if they can keep that up.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. He wants it all. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Off the play fake on 1st down. Fires to the right. It's caught downfield. And he'll have enough for the 1st down at the 42. You get that turnover and you try to punch them hard immediately on the first play, and they come up with a big gain.
And when the defense is running on the field, you are thinking sudden change, sudden change. When they create a turnover,
oh, look out! He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll try the run. Nifty little dance step. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
So close to cashing it in for this offense. He'll toss it. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. And after getting it right on the edge, they'll try to punch it in on 3rd down. And he'll take it in for a touchdown.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute it.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Looking for more room. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. On first down, here comes this offense. He's looking to throw it. Lofts one high and deep. Wide open, he makes the catch. All the way in for the touchdown. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
We may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. And you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut into a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously
off he goes. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on first and 10. He's going to pass. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. He's looking to throw. Got a man. Knocked off his feet.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
All the way down to the 25-yard line, they move the sticks. It's first down.
you can tell this is a pass play. He has his eyes down the field. He's looking to throw the football. But how nice is it when you got a guy like this that can scramble and go get you a first down? Just really hard to stop from a defensive perspective.
Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Bruins looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. He's back to throw on second down. Catch in the middle. It's Nicholson. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. He's got it on the run. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. He wants to pass it on second down. Quarterback floating away from pressure. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll try to get the first through the air. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
I tell you what, I don't know if I'm going to try him much more. Goodness gracious, you can tell he's ready for what he's seeing. Second interception. I would not throw near that guy anymore. You might want to try the other side of the field.
They'll throw it on first down. With the catch, it's Jefferson. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. Got things teed up and just about ready to go here in the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Not hard to figure out why they trail to start this third quarter. 3 first-half turnovers.
So if you're on offense, let's just stay out of our way and find out what happens here in the second half. We're not even giving ourselves a chance because we keep turning the football over. If we can do that, we've got a chance to come back in this game.
I think it's a crazy balance between being really aggressive in the second half and finding ways to make plays, but also not shoot ourselves in the foot, right? Like, they didn't live well on that in the first half. Let's see if they can be a little bit more aggressive while still taking care of the football.
Grab near the sticks. It's Ramsey. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Makes his connection. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. And the Bruins racing to the line in the hurry-up. You can become a star making efficient plays and getting first down, sort of like a Mark Harmon kind of way to... And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
In the second half, trailing the way they are, they know they're going to have to be able to throw the football to get back into it, but you can't accomplish that if you can't keep your quarterback standing upright. Give the defense tons of credit getting that sack on third down.
From the gun, running back on the move. Knocked down after getting 6 all the way out to the 34-yard line. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Got it set up on the outside. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. The Bruins will line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He'll take it on the return. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. They'll get this drive started from the 29. They go to the ground. Oh, gave the defender the business. And the ball slipped out. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery.
Oh, and it's a hit like that that will absolutely light up the sideline, light up the stadium, change the momentum, and help you win a football game because that hit is what caused that fumble.
He's going for the big play. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. Well, I'm not sure who was closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here in the booth.
That was great execution on offense. Receiver wins the route one-on-one, shows off his speed, gets himself wide open. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that play. Nice job.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the offense onto the field again. This time, they need to take care of the ball and maybe extend this lead, David.
And I think you got to look at the positive reads. You still got the lead. Now take care of the football. Put a nice drive together, Jesse. You don't have to stress. We're still winning.
I feel like they think that player for player, they're the better unit on the field right now. And they just got to make more plays.
Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. Makes the catch. It's Lane. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Out of the gun to give to the back. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground, fighting off the defender. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
He's got his man. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. Now the play fake. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Looking for a productive play on first down. He wants to throw. Grabs it in the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain. You know this sophomore has a big arm, and there were some revolutions on that one.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it 1 high safety? Is it 2 high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
Got it in the middle. It's Ramsey. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. From the red zone, looking for a man. He'll take a shot. And this one's going to be incomplete. He was trying to make the connection in the back corner of the end zone. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Using his legs to buy some time. Oh, the ball popped out. That's a way to mess up a drive. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. We'll see if they go into a 4-minute offense, try to bleed the clock, or will they stay aggressive with a couple of minutes to play? Found a little space. He'll pick up 6 of the 14 as they have room to operate.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Really nice job by the defense getting that last stop. All 3rd downs in games are important, but this one just feels like it's the biggest down of this game right now for this defense. If they can get off the field, they've got to give it back to their offense with as much time as possible to have a chance to win this game.
And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB. We've reached a 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. A fair catch is called for and made just across the 50-yard line. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. When you're playing from behind, you can't afford to give it up the way they did the last drive, David.
No doubt, you cannot give the football away. Again, turnovers are the biggest stats in winning and losing games. You're behind, Palmer. Take care of the ball, but we got to go get a score here.
Yeah, and they just got to do a better job executing. I like the game plan so far for them, but they just need to go out and do a better job connecting the dots.
Quickly complete. And he's chased out of bounds, but not before he gets the first down, stops the clock, and has them on the move trying to get the late score. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to move it through the air. Got it in the middle. It's Nicholson. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown, Bruin.
And great job executing. The offense did what they needed to do. You got somewhat of a decision here. Do you want to kick it, tie it up? I think you do with this time frame. 1 to 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. You probably want to do that, but you could push the envelope. You could go for 2 and try to take the lead.
Coming down the stretch in the fourth, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. There's enough time to get the ball down the field here, David, but you've got to make sure you're efficient and avoid mistakes.
Yeah, and those 2-minute drills, you always talk about the first down, Jesse. Get that first.
And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth. Let's see if they play it conservatively and try to get some of the yardage back on 2nd and long from the 13. Unloads to the wideout. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Well, this offense is up against it here. Trailing late in the game, the defense knows they're going to throw the football. 1st down, they get sacked. 2nd down, incompletion. There's no mystery what's happening here. Quarterback's just going to have to make a play on 3rd down.
Got a man. It's Jefferson. Smashes him with the stiff arm. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Gets it out fast. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down. Timeout on the field, and we've got a dandy all tied up late in the fourth. I think they'll be aggressive here and try to win it in regulation. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Well, the defense came into this game with a great game plan, and today they have been challenged, and they have answered that challenge. That was phenomenal coverage, reading the QB's eyes, breaking on the ball. You cannot do it any better than that.
That'll be enough for the 1st down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. He's right on target. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. They'll use a timeout with 26 seconds left on the clock.
This is a very tough slot receiver to cover if you're a linebacker because of how quick and how shifty he is. You never seem to know which way he's going, and he always seems to create an open space for his QB.
Looking at a 2nd and short now. Snapped it in the shotgun. Grabbed over the middle. It's Etienne. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the 1st down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot in the quarter.
Unleashes one deep. He's got it in the end zone. It's a touchdown. Forget overtime. They don't want to play any free football. They wanted to win it right here, and he got it.
That is is just how the coach wants to draw it up. Take up all the clock, score the go-ahead touchdown. This one is all but over.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. He'll come out throwing on first down. He's taking a deep shot. Ball falls to the turf. The final pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for this one.
It's one thing to execute early in the game,